Hi, my name is Aslaan, and I'm a postbaccalaureate fellow at the National Institutes of Health. Have you ever been at the top of a building, and when you look down to the streets below, you get a pit in your stomach? Or what about a feeling or a sense of relief when you finish a project you've been working really hard on? Well, it turns out that a specific part of the brain called the amygdala is activated in both situations. It's involved in fear and reward. And this phenomenon may explain why the amygdala is also involved in substance use disorders, which makes it really difficult for people to stop using drugs like opioids, alcohol, and other substances of abuse. My lab at the NIH is building on a scientific theory that in individuals with substance use disorders, the amygdala may be incorrectly incentivizing a sense of reward associated with substance use and minimizing the perception of risk associated with it. So, to test this theory, my lab mates and I are investigating the connections between the amygdala and other parts of the brain. You can sort of think of those neural connections like roads. Some connections in the brain are barely used, like an empty stretch of road in the middle of the desert, while others are like highways with tons of traffic on them going back and forth. And usually, highways make travel from point A to point B a lot easier. But we suspect that for people struggling with substance use disorders, those highways can lead to the wrong destination. Well, where do we go from here? Once we've learned more about the connections between the amygdala and the rest of the brain, we hope to find ways to build new roads in the brain or potentially modify existing ones in order to correct the skewed balance between risk and reward that contributes to substance use disorders. And in this way, our research one day might make it easier for people who struggle to stop using alcohol and other drugs to quit.